the extraordinary effort during this pandemic time. It's been an extraordinary, overwhelming situation that we've gone through. The pandemic has thrown up various challenges, but the frontline workers, the doctors, have played their part very well, having having spent sleepless nights, taking care of very dire situations, seeing their patients sink down. It's been very tough for you guys. Really hats off to you, and thanks for being there, a moral support and great. The thing that the country can have is the team of doctors that we have. Just to kind of come to what we're going to speak about very shortly, it's a very short session. Just briefing you about certain taxation that would be relevant for doctors. Way back in 2016, what the government did is that realized that certain benefits needs to be given to certain professionals. Professions include medical doctors and various other professions as well. But what's available to you is a presumptive taxation, which is a very simplified form of taxation. What it talks about is that just two conditions to be satisfied. One, you have to be an individual. Second, your gross receipts from the profession has to be less than 50 lakhs. In which case, what is eligible is that automatically 50% of your gross receipts will be deemed to be expenses. Just giving a hypothetical example, if your gross receipts from your medical profession is say 30 lakhs rupees, basis the enactment that happened way back in 2016, allows you to claim 50% as expenses, which means only 15 lakhs would be taxable. And you can imagine the if you were 30 lakhs, your tax rate is at the highest slab of 30%. When you come down to 15 lakhs, your average tax rate be at very small tax rate that you have to pay, and it's like half of it. So you're paying literally half the tax rate. So we're giving a perspective of 30 lakhs, you're paying taxes only on 15, which means you're paying lesser than half. So we're paying approximately 15% of the tax that you're eligible to. So that's a big boost that was given by the government. Again, very simplified regulation. You don't have to maintain books of accounts. You don't have to get your accounts audited. It's a self-declaration return that has to be getting filed. In addition to this presumptive, say, provision that has been enacted, the other benefits would continue the way it is. In the sense, you will be able to claim all your investment benefits that you would otherwise claim in terms of your housing interest that has been paid. You have insurances, you have Mediclaim, you have taken equity-linked mutual funds. Obviously, all that your tax consultants would regularly advise you to save your taxes. All those benefits are also eligible. When I say 50% of expenses, that really mean on the profession side. Now I'll slightly go in more bit in detail. Now this provision is only for professionals. When I say professionals, doctors would mean if you're working with a hospital in a capacity of a consultant or as a professional or as a retailer, then you will be eligible to take the benefit of this presumptive section that has been enacted. However, if you're on the rolls of the hospital, as in you're getting salary from the hospital, then you will not be eligible to claim any benefit from the presumptive sections. We've seen many doctors kind of shift from a payroll, which is getting salary from the hospital, to a professional because of this enactment that happened, and it's worked out well. As in, but there are few things that you need to remember when you switch from a salary to a professional. What happens is that you lose out your provident fund benefits, as in the hospital will not continue to contribute to your provident fund, which could be one of the ways that the doctors may not be encouraged to do that. But yeah, case to case basis, it really depends. But we've seen doctors switch over from salary to a presumptive section where they say that, hey, I want to be treated as a professional. Again, job security, something that people look out for if their salary versus a professional, because that cannot come along the way because there's a notice period that he can move along. But any doctor who's already into his own practice, has his own clinic, or is kind of working with a hospital in terms of a professional capacity, they certainly can claim the benefit of this particular provision. I'm just showing you one small example. I just shared my screen. And it will just tell you in terms of if you were salary versus a professional at the same gross receipts that you're getting from the hospital, how does it benefit you in terms of the effective tax rate? Just allow me a minute. Yeah. So you can see out here, I've taken an example of gross receipts of 25 lakhs. If you were salary and you were having HRA, then your taxes on the 25 lakhs of net income would have been 3 lakh 19,800 would have been your taxes. If you had housing loan instead of HRA, then your tax would have been around 4 lakh 44, which means your effective tax rate, you being salary, is 13 and 18%. Now, if you were a professional, obviously you will not get the HRA benefit at all. HRA is only for salary. But in spite of that, your net tax payable in the profession of 25 lakhs of gross receipts would have been 1 lakh 17,000, which means your effective tax rate is just 5%. It's very, very low. And now if you had housing loan, then your tax rate goes down further. On a 25 lakhs of income, you'd be just paying around 75,000, obviously claiming the other benefits, that's ATC and the other benefits that's eligible to you. I'm not getting into these provisions. Your consultants will be able to tell you, and most of you would be already aware in terms of what's an ATC and the other benefits that I'm talking about. Uh, the effective tax rate here is 3% tax rate. So that's a big, big boost. As in, you can just imagine 13 to 18% in salary and compare as compared to a professional of around 5 to 3%. It's a large saving that you're looking at. I'm also taking an example of a higher bracket where supposing you're getting annually 47 lakh 50,000. In that case, your net tax outgo would have been 8 lakh 53, and housing loan it would have been 11 lakhs, effective tax rate of 18 and 24%. If you were a professional, then your effective tax rate would have been in the range of 9 to 10%. Again, a very big, big boost for the professionals to do that. And apart from the doctors, many other professionals are also claiming this benefit. I myself, I'm a chartered accountant. We also kind of have certain benefits that are available, and we do take the benefits of such provisions. And obviously, trust me, no questions asked. Just one record to be maintained is the gross collection record. That's the normal provision that you have to maintain, because you have to be the government will again just look into the gross receipts that's been coming into your account to kind of measure in terms of that's appropriately disclosed or not. And obviously, there's a separate income tax return that needs to get selected while you're filing your ITR. That you have to be very careful which form you're going to select for the purpose of filing your tax returns. Signing off, my name Lalit Valecha, Chartered Accountant, partner of Ahuja Valecha and Associates. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to the coordinator. They can get in touch with us, and we'll be happy to answer all your questions. Thanks for patient listening, and thanks for having me here. And thanks again for the wonderful job that the doctors have done along this pandemic. And kudos to you. Great. Thanks everyone. Take care.